Hey, this is Kelly with Kelly's Magical Realm. I was doing a meditation and something was just like, all right, just make this video about why you don't want to go to readers anymore. You know, why you don't want to go to any more tarot readers or even people that channel anymore. And I'm going to go with first, sometimes when you're vulnerable, going through all these ascensions is crazy. All this energy, upgrades, awakenings, whatever you want to call it. There's times when it's like, okay, you don't really trust your intuition at times. You don't feel good. Spirit plays games. You can't hear them as well at times when you're going through all this. And so we, go to other people for that confirmation. And it can be damaging when you go to the wrong people, and it started for me maybe 12 years ago. I went to a reader and I was told a certain person was a twin flame, but they were really toxic. And I had a nudge. I'm like, oh, really? Because I kind of wanted to just blow the person off, to be honest. But I didn't, and I should have listened to that. And then I went in, and then I started to develop feelings, and then, I'm psychic and I can channel. But back then, I was just maybe getting some visions. I wasn't really channeling back then. I was more doing cards, and then, everything I'd see in my dreams. I get a lot of visions and downloads there. So I saw this person in my dreams. Well, anyways, this thing could have been cut off quicker, and it wasn't. I'm just saying I wasted time. You get taken off your path when you do these things. And then, there was others, but then another one standing out to me too. It was a few years ago. Again, someone told me that a person was my twin flame. And again, I kind of felt a little bit torn about it, because again, I was vulnerable in a vulnerable place. But to make a long story short, this person was so friggin' toxic that, that I was told it was my twin flame. Toxic. I mean, really toxic. To the point where it was dragging me down in my mental health. And I'm like, I gotta get away. And once I got away, I realized he was not my twin flame again. And it's just, it wastes your time. It's a waste of time for these things, and it can take you off your path, and then you got to work harder to get back on it. That's why I wanted to make this video, because always go with your gut, always use discernment with anyone, even with me, with whatever you're doing, because you know what, it's just, we're all here to learn lessons, and that's why I really wanted to bring this stuff up. Is you don't always have to watch videos, pick a cards, go with your gut feeling. Don't always watch things, because we're picking up energy from everywhere, from everyone, and you can be vulnerable in a vulnerable place at times with these ascensions, and going to someone to get their opinion can sway you away from your own. It can sway you away from your intuition, and don't do that. Because it's hard. I mean, I even had a dream from my spirit guide taking me away from that. He was laughing at me. He's like, what are you doing? He's like, just ask me. He's like, what are you doing? He's literally making fun of me. And I was just like, well, it's been hard hearing you lately, with all this ascension and everything. And it's been a ride. It's been a crazy ride, and I just had enough. I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing it anymore. I'm really not, because I'm just gonna go with my own gut. And when there's times when I'm healing in my ascension journey, when I have these little moments of, not feeling good, I'm just gonna listen to spirit. I'm not doing this anymore. I just don't want to, because it's just, like I said, it can take you off your path, and then it's aggravating, because you're like, oh man, why did I do that? And that's why I really want to put this out there, because I think we're learning so many lessons right now, and I feel like it's in discernment. And I just don't want people to, have to go through what I did, because it was hard. It was really hard. And, you know, um, even as far as, I'm really more careful now. I'm learning, just to heal myself, because there's times I went to healers. I was left at a healer's. She's like, oh, you've got 3 chakras that are blocked, and just left me like that. And I was like, wait, what are you doing? Or some days I felt worse going to somebody. So now I'm just like, you know what? I'm a healer. I'm just going to heal myself, even times when I don't feel good. And, use your own discernment. I'm not saying everyone's like that, but this is just me. This is my path. This is my choice now. And I work so hard to get my energy where it is. I'm not going to let people knock it off anymore, or knock me off my path. Because, some people, I've even met healers that are narcissists or have narcissistic traits, you know, in them. And you don't want to be around that. So that's why I just wanted to make this video. And I felt like a nudge from spirit to do it. But yeah, and it's hurtful. I remember crying really hard when I was told those wrong things, and it really hurt, like, especially when I was told, a few years ago that someone that wasn't my twin flame was, and then the real one, that is my twin flame, I found that out only a few months ago. But the whole thing was hurtful. It was painful, all the way around, and I just remember being so sad about it. And I was so glad when I found out the truth. But yeah, it's like, wow, I wasted all this time on the wrong person, and it hurts, that's all. And that's why I really made this video, because I've worked so hard on my spiritual path, and honestly, it's better that you do that for yourself. You just work on your path and go with your intuition and everything, because that's what spirit wants us to do anyways. Like, we're all intuitive, we can all do this, and we really need to trust our abilities, especially now going into this golden age and everything, with all of this beautiful energy that's come through, the ascension energies, the 3AI Atlas and everything. Spirit's working really hard on all of us so that we can learn to trust our abilities. All of our abilities are starting to come online. But I just really felt called to make this. Thank you.